Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Princess Simmer and we are here in a revamp of the Sims 4 Medieval Kingdom Challenge that I have created. I first wanted to start out in the world map here because this is a mod replacement for Windenburg, in which everything is transformed into like medieval time period. I've gotten rid of all of the lots, except for the bluffs. I haven't decided if I just want to keep it because there's not a whole lot here that, wouldn't necessarily be there, but I might change that lot if I change my mind. And the Von Haunt Estates, because I figure like that might be like a great place to put like a small castle or something because the garden's in the back. But I wanted to just keep that there now so that I don't lose track of that plan. Otherwise, I have 4 families that have moved in here. I've created houses for 3 of them. One of them I haven't done just yet, but we'll start that process as I kind of get closer to it. But when I was doing my old medieval game on The Sims 4, I got very overwhelmed with the second family because it was huge, first of all, and I'm not that good at Sims 4. Sims 2, play-wise, feels a lot easier to me than Sims 4 does, and I just, was not liking the situation I had going on over there. So what I did is create a whole new rules on how to get started, and rather than just randomizing families and having families of 8, I decided to start with all of these families, so 4 families of 2. And what I did is I kept them, so they are, we'll look at this family for example. So this is the Baker family. They are, open up there. Manage households. Okay. I guess I can't show you their description and stuff like that. So the 2 people living in this family are actually brother and sister. They're not husband and wife, and all of the families here are that. They are brother and sister. And oh, apparently they're all at the bakery. Are you at the bakery too? Oh no, you're at the rustic residence. Yeah, so all of these people are brother and sister, and the thought is that the first step is just kind of getting them to make alliances with one another by marrying off to the other families. So I realized that there's going to be some families that are connected, some people might not get married, but the goal objective of level 1 is for each of the different households here, so all 4 of them, to have 1 child, and then we'll graduate to level 2, which will be focused on getting a community lot. I also downloaded another mod called the Live-in Business mod, which I'm excited to try it out, but basically you can have your own business at your home, which Windenburg is a pretty decent sized world when it comes to Sims 4, and I struggle wholeheartedly with Sims 4 in general because of how it's not customizable at all. But the fact that we can double the community lots and residential lots by making them both, I'm kind of excited about. I don't know exactly how it's going to work and if it's going to work well, but I'm excited to try it. The only thing that I'm going to do there, since the bakery, the bakers and the brewers here won't have to buy an actual community lot and build off of it, I'm just going to make it so they have to hit certain skills in order to purchase a deed for running. The bakers have to have a level 5 in baking as well as cooking. And the brewers have to have like a level 6, I think, mixology. And the bakers would also like have to be able to stock, you know, their bakery by the time that they open it up for people to come to start buying things. So I'm actually going to start off with the baker residents, because they're the ones that have like the gardening plot and chickens so far. I think like the millers, like they're going to have that stuff too, and it's going to be more farm based over there. But for them, I was thinking of just starting with them because I kind of am excited to work on their story a little bit. And the focus, I guess, also is to get, what's her name? The sister's skills up. Sorry. So that we can marry her off, because I set a limit on like what they can do before they get married. Like they have to like earn so many skills. So not only are they going to be working on their skills to, you know, get their bakery, but they're also going to be working on their skills to get married. So I feel like this is going to take a little bit for them to actually get there. I just want to make sure I pull up my notes for this. Yeah, so for courting. So in order for courting to start, like they have to have a romantic bar with another sim. Before they can have a romantic bar started, they have to impress their potential suitors. So for the peasant class, it's only going to be having a level 5 in cooking and baking. So actually, this is a prime area for the bakers, because if they both get their skills up to level 5 for cooking and baking, she's going to be able to move out and get married, and they're going to be able to have her bakery, which is pretty great. And then once they have the romantic bar started, they can start courting. They have to have 3 successful gold social events with the female sim and a male chaperone. And the male chaperone has to have a positive relationship with the potential suitor. Once all 3 successful social events have occurred and the suitor has a high enough relationship with the chaperone, they can officially ask the female sim to be married. So that is something that we are going to try and focus on in the first couple parts here. So here are our 2 sims here. We have Charles Baker and his sister Anne. They live in the bakery household, which is in the village of Windenburg. And I just kind of like try to medievalify it as much as I can. So this bottom floor here is the bakery part that they will eventually open to sell all of their goodies to the town folk. And then the second floor here is where they'll be sleeping in their living quarters and everything. So I gave them 2 single beds because they really wouldn't be able to afford much else. They have an area here for dining. They have a bath, a chamber pot here, and a pantry, stove, and a counter space. And they have like 1 candle to light up this entire area. So when the bakery does open, this whole section is going to be shut off from anyone who comes to visit, and they'll only be able to go on to the first floor. So I'm very excited to try it out and see how it works. They also have some chickens here. Well, they will have some chickens here to kind of be able to sell some eggs, because at the beginning, like, they have to be able to just function by trading, and trying to get enough money to just survive and have their needs be met. Okay, so I went through and I deleted all of the holidays in the calendar because I figured that we would add our own holidays. I kept these because I don't really go to the festivals or anything, but like I feel like we should keep the festivals because we can't really add them in. But that we would add our own holidays and events using the calendar moving forward. And I do have 2 weeks set up for every season, just so that like we can actually celebrate seasons a little bit longer. And I always start out in spring. So we are ready to get started. Anne is very sad. She, I think, has like some of the worst traits. Actually, no, she doesn't. She is a perfectionist, clever, and is family oriented. She is interested in being pregnant. She prefers non exclusive romantic relationships, but you know, she's going to have to get into a relationship at some point. She's domestic and she speaks native Windenburgish. I do have this language mod in here too, which is really, really cool because then they can only speak to people within Windenburg unless they learn other languages. So I think as, you know, our Sims get older and we have people in the noble and royal classes, the fact that they'd be able to speak other languages and maybe make alliances with people from outside of Windenburg would be, you know, ideal. So what are her needs look like? I think I'm gonna have her start doing some, well, at first, let's buy some chickens. I feel like we should do that. I'm only gonna buy 2 because I know that they're gonna have chicks at some point, and I want to leave that open for that. So I'm gonna have her come over here and scatter some feed. So I got him some seed packets, and we got some fruits, vegetables, and herbs. So we'll see what we get. I think I'm gonna open vegetables first and see if we have anything that can be planted in the spring. We have carrots and we have green peas, so both of those can be planted in the spring and harvested. So let's have him go over there and plant some carrots. Oop. He likes gardening, that's great. Does he like good gardening? He loves the outdoors, foodie, sociable. Guess not. Oh, he's a freelance botanist, so yeah, he likes gardening. I forget that like they just don't keep planting. And then I'm gonna put the peas in a separate plot. And then I feel like I want to open up the herbs next. So he'll be working on his gardening. She's gonna hang out with some chickens.
Habiri.
Develop their relationship a little bit.
Dag. Wosa. Yabba yabba yabba.
This will also give them the chance to meet like the other Sims in the area and actually like figure out like who would be the best match for them. I kind of think that like the bakers and the brewers are gonna want to like have some kind of alliance here, whether or not she marries the male brewer or he actually takes the female brewer, and then like they can have like a relationship because the brewers own the pub and they own the bakery. So we will see. Okay, so I think he just opened up his herbs and he has basil, which we can't plant right now, and sage. And can sage be planted anytime? Like it doesn't have it doesn't have a like season under it. So I wonder if you can just plant sage. And then we'll open up the fruits. Are the chickens running away from you? Do they not want to talk with you? Oh, the welcome wagon is here. Who do we have? We have one person. And it's Maud Brewer. So I think I'm going to have Anne come over here and introduce herself to Maud. And kind of just be the social chair of this event of one person.
Parsagap Rabe. Quimba Maline. Maranoi. Oh.
So they both speak the same language, which is great. They're just going to come and talk down here in the bottom of the bakery. We're going to thank her for coming. There's no scribes in town yet. Maybe tell her a funny story. Give her a compliment. Maybe we should ask her a question to kind of get to know her a little bit. Ask her about her day. Oh wait, there's another one. It must be her brother. Neil Brewer. So maybe it would be good for Anne here. Looks like she might need to use the chamber pot real quick. Have her go to the bathroom and serve garden salad for everybody. Because I know they brought fruitcake, but it might be good to give them a little something else, and then she gets to work on her cooking skill. And Charles can entertain them both down here. So maybe we should have him tell a joke or something, tell a funny story, discuss interests. He doesn't have a whole lot going on for him at the moment, because there's not a whole lot that they're doing. Maybe talk about fishing spots. Maybe he likes fishing. And I don't know. They're just solely looking at building relationships with this family at this moment. Oh, that's not great, Anne. Please don't. No.
Oh. Halingo.
Muma. Jade. Fuibak Tutsu O.
I don't like
Dobe.
to see them
Che.
wanting to get in with maybe the
Hurry.
black
Pravda.
family, since they live where theoretically the castle is going to be once we have a royal family.
Chelner.
Like the main castle.
Bisaka Yalinim.
My goal is like completely medieval-fied, like all of the buildings and like, create like a kingdom for them. But I want to do it slowly, so we're starting off with the peasants right now.
Ah, soon and nibnub.
You get to know them a little
Prompt
bit.
Ampe. Who's like Jeffano? Shirsha
Talk about
Gibaru.
recipes.
Quinharb. Reba. Ukinakantsum. New Yep Fanoy.
This is such a weird.
Bombade.
Like I haven't even tried the whole like.
Fazub Unga? Oh, Zappelnorf. Yibsy.
What is it called?
Ah. Urazap? Oh, Yibs.
Story progression. That's what it's called. Now that I'm thinking about that. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that my aging was only for the active household and that autonomy was off, so that way we don't have any nonsense going on. I mean, I guess that would make it more exciting. So why don't you come up here and grab a serving of salad.
Uh-huh.
And you can clean up after everybody.
Shamagra. Sublurf Baroda.
Well, you're sad again. Why are you so sad? She's just so insecure. Why are you insecure?
Laudunba. Brugi
Oh,
Payun.
So how did we do? Okay, so Anne,
Well,
like,
Gamerish
is pretty decent. Like, they're
Brie.
still acquaintances.
Accruits.
How did Charles do?
Bifala
I feel like they were
Narble.
like getting along
Vinvet.
pretty well.
Yibs.
Okay, so he's
Wixinia.
friends with
Zerkuni
Neil
Swarspa.
and acquaintances with Maud.
Unyab. Kipuna. Oh, soul.
Really, Anne? There's a trash can literally right here. We're gonna ignore the fact that Maud is talking on the phone. Can we like ask her to go do something? There isn't a whole lot that we can do. She's too sad to do anything. Can I ask her to hang out? But I feel like at this point, like it's 5 p.m. on Sunday. They probably like should get ready to go to bed so that they can wake up early and take care of like chores and stuff. So we're gonna put the salad away.
Javini. Wound
Maybe
Shaila.
have her do some, or have him do some baking.
Yep.
I feel like I want her to bake first so that way we can get her
Belka.
married. Like that's our first priority. Oh, we don't have power.
Yeah.
We're gonna ignore the fact that this would not be. Also, we need to make her a account, and we're gonna deposit, I think, 100 simoleons in there. Okay. How do I set up? Okay, so we're gonna do that.
Zinnia.
We set up just basic stuff. I'm not playing off the grid, I just like don't have the energy this time around, even though that would make it a lot more realistic. But that makes cooking a lot harder. Okay. So we want her to bake. And I feel like sugar cookies is probably the most medieval version
Zerkuni Swarspa.
of something that she could bake.
Sheshere. Binkapa Baru.
Eventually he's going to have
Sensidi
to use the
Kinniku.
bathroom. I wonder if he can just
Githara.
go and they're just going to ignore him because it's over here.
Arvini.
Nope, they are not.
Aww.
Maud is going to leave while we're doing some baking. Maybe. Or she's going to stay. Using your cookies.
Long Swiss.
I don't know what to tell you, sir. We should also put this fruitcake, I think, away, even though I'm pretty sure that fruitcake never goes bad. Like, that's free food. I don't even know if they're gonna like the fruitcake. Alright, so she made some cookies. Have him go use the bathroom. She can leave, go downstairs, or just stand outside. Is there anything that they need to do? Oh, we can collect some eggs. Let's go do that while he's taking care. And we will put the egg in the fridge along with the salad and that. Neither of them are really hungry, but I'm going to leave the cookies out for a little bit. Like, how long before they are spoiled? A day. So they should be good to wait until they go to bed. So I feel like they need to do something for fun. I don't know what they would do for fun, but maybe tell some jokes, tell a funny story. I feel like that's the only thing I can really do that's funny, because maybe make some funny faces, do an impression. I don't know if this actually makes your fun go up, but they don't have anything that's necessarily fun here. I didn't put any fun stuff in for them.
Thori halai larkum.
Umfra?
Tharg evso.
Alright everybody, so it is early in the morning, it is 6 a.m. and Miss Anne here just cooked some food, even though it looks like she's not eating on anything, which is a little weird, but that is fine. She ended up getting her period last night and is just not having a great day. I'm gonna have her come down here and collect the eggs. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. And see, the coop is clean, so we don't need to clean it right now. I'll check and see if we need to clean it later. Charles was able to pick up some carrots that had needed to be harvested, and it's just kind of like looking at the basil plant and learning more, not basil, sage, learning more about it. I am going to then send him up for some breakfast. Looks like we're having a little glitch here with the plate like being on the table. Whatever. We're just gonna keep moving forward. And Anne's fun is so low, so maybe like we'll have them invite the brewers out and they'll go fishing or something. So that way they can work on their relationships with them as well as getting their fun up a little bit. We're going to open this again. We got 15 carrots. I'm going to move 14 of them in here. Actually, no. Here's what we're going to do. We'll move 7 in here. We'll sell 7 and we'll plant the one extra one here. So what we're gonna do, how much are these carrots worth? $3 each, so 7 times 3 is what, 20, 21? So we'll just say it's like an even 30. We'll round up. And we'll say like for the 7 carrots that he sells to the brewers, now water that. Probably should go use the chamber pot as well. What are you doing, Anne? Do you need to clean that? No, you don't. So just so we don't interrupt him using the restroom, I'm gonna just have her wait outside and he'll put the food away. And I'm going to have him, wait, let me look. Where's the closest fishing spot? It's a restroom. Looks like it's right there. Okay. So I'm going to have him invite them both over. We're going to ignore the fact that they have cell phones. And Neil's already here.
Ooh, George.
And Maud is right around the corner. And I'm going to send them all down here to go fishing. Wait, can we like... I forget how you like do it as a group. Ask to form group. Or we could start a club or something. I don't know. Go fishing together. So now they're all going to come down here and get their fun up. And why aren't you joining them? Don't talk to a friend. Go fishing with your brother and your new friends, please. Can we just like take a minute to like appreciate how amazing this world is? Like literally. All this is gonna look better once I, you know, add more lots here. Okay, so this is where the brewers live, right here. So they're very close. And just like, all of this is just amazing. Look at the detail. This is like really helping her relationship with her brother, which is great. Somebody caught goldfish.
And a boy.
They're all just having a great time.
Blue? What am I doing?
Oh no, Maud, what's going on? Why are you freaking out? What's happening? Are you okay? Should we go ask her if she's okay? Is that even an option right now? Is she sick? I don't know what's happening. Neil is like on his phone, which is not cool. Oop. And that like did nothing for her fun at all. So we're just gonna have her, not romantic. We should have her maybe do an impression. She's just gonna tell some jokes. We're gonna try and get her fun up a little bit, as well as get her relationship up with Mr. Neil. But I don't even know. Oh, nope. I don't even know if I want. I guess at this point, like, it doesn't matter, like, who's gonna end up with who. Like, they haven't met everybody yet. They've only met the Brewers. Alright, everybody, so it is the morning, and we are actually going to send them to meet another family. We're gonna have them come all the way over yonder to meet the Smith family, who is actually the Blacksmith family. Should we send the Brewers too and just like make this like a big get together? You know, why not? Like, we're here just to kind of have everybody meet one another. They're like all best friends at this point. We're gonna make some transactions. What's his face? Charles ended up getting like a whole bunch of carrots and stuff. Oh, and by the way, this is the Blacksmith household. It's very basic. Not completely 100% done yet, but I think it looks pretty cool. So let's have Charles here introduce himself to Tobias, and we will have Anne introduce herself to Agnes. I can't really control what the other two do, but
Dodavepi, Zamona Sarah.
Zrick, Hapiam.
and then we're gonna make a deal. I want to move 20 to Annie. Did I call her Annie? Anne. Like, this is probably the easier way to do it. So we get down to 16. There has to be an easier way of moving things to people's inventories. And I did realize, because like the way that I'm going to have them like pay for things is that when it's their sim week, they're going to pay like through a gift. And the lowest amount you can do for a gift, I believe, is 100. Charles and Anne have come down with the stomach flu. For intents and purposes, we're just going to call it the flu. And since we do not have a physician in the
Narga, Grobe.
in the kingdom yet, we actually have to roll a die. So anytime that a sim naturally gets sick, you roll a die, and if you get a 1, then that sim actually dies from the illness. So we're going to see if either Charles or Anne dies from the flu, which this could like be really sad if that turns out to be the case. Oh guys, I'm so disappointed. Anne is going to survive this, which is, you know, great for her. I'm so glad. But Charles, my boy here, he is not going to survive this. He actually is going to die from this illness. So how I'm going to do this so that he actually does pass away from this is give him a what am I going to do? Give him a fatal illness. We're going to try and see if we can save him. Because I do want to give them the option to, can you fix this dude? Like, I know you're dying, but can you fix it? We do want to try and help him get the surgery to see if that works. Do I know how to give him the surgery? No. Oh, fatal illness.
Shusha.
Have surgery at the hospital, 20%. Why are there so many options? Have surgery at hospital, 20% chance of success, rabbit hole. Have surgery at hospital, it's like the same thing. And this one you can actually go to the hospital with him. But because we don't have a doctor's office, I really don't want to do that. So, I don't know, pick this one. Oh, that's with somebody. So we can have him and I'm going to have all of his friends go with him. We're going to go for some moral support, and we're going to try and see if we can save his life from his fatal illness. He hates it. Well, sorry, you gotta do it. We'll let you hate it, but you still gotta do it, dude. Oh, poor Charles. He's just casually moseying along.
Yennefer.
This is not what I had planned. This is not what I had planned for him. Where'd he go? Alright, girl, while you're waiting for whatever is gonna happen, we're trying to get your skills up so you can eventually get married, because apparently now you're really gonna need to get married. Alright, so his surgery failed. Oh no, Charles! Ugh. Well, we're gonna have to have a new baker move in at some point, because we're just not gonna work. This is not gonna work. This is so sad.
No! Oh, Woba.
It's too miserable. Yeah, well, guess what? You're not gonna have to even worry about that because you're literally dying. I'm glad you spend time with your brother. That's fantastic. By the way, I'm just gonna have them talk a little bit. So her baking skill went up, which is great. It's gonna check on Anne. Go away. Have a deep conversation. I feel like what we should also do is invite Tobias over and kind of like settle like the marriage agreement, because like all we're really gonna do in the next part is have Anne work on her skills.
Urazap? Ah, Sunanibna. Jessene Klonkas Rabana.
Meepsaboo.
Filbar.
Oh, Kitsuni.
Ah.
Show.
Chin Chin?
Yeah, it totally makes sense because Tobias has the best relationship with Charles. Or had the best relationship with Charles. So I'm gonna have, I'm just gonna make sure there's nothing that we need from here. I don't believe there is. Like, it's basically everything that everyone else has. The only thing is the chickens. So I'm gonna actually have her collect and maybe trade the chickens for simoleons. Yep. We have to get rid of him because we are moving. We don't want the chickens to starve. So we sold the chickens, and we are going to ask Tobias here to join household, and what I'm going to do is just have her move in with him.
Peppa Moy Zerxel?
Ah.
Philpin.
Neeb Aldu.
Alright, so they have officially moved into the Smith household. Anne is going to just kind of help take care of things here while she lives here until she is ready to get married to Tobias. Their courting is going to look a little bit different, considering that yeah, everyone has the freaking stomach flu. It's probably because we went to go hang out with you guys. We'll see what happens because everyone's apparently sick. I am going to end this part here, only because we don't really want to play too much into their sim week at all. But since, you know, their week was cut a little bit short because of a very unexpected death, we will be moving on to the Brewers in the next part. And it might just be that I play very short, like 4-day periods between all of them, because I feel like that would make more sense, since the seasons and time are just going to kind of flow with each household that we're in anyway. So I want to thank you all for joining me. I am hopeful that this part, or this series, goes more well than the last one. If you have any thoughts, feelings, comments, feel free to put them down in the comments below, and I will see you all next time. Thank you.